Hi, I'm Kelly with the Modern Day Tarot. Thank you for stopping by my channel to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign monthly messages. All the information is down below, the Oracle and Tarot decks that I use. Thank you in advance for liking and subscribing. Now, let's get on with your reading.
Hi Gemini, Happy New Year. This is your January 2019 monthly reading. And I hope you guys are having a good new year so far. Let's see what we have for Gemini this month of January 2019. Gemini. What's going on with the Geminis there? Okay, main energy you guys are dealing with this month. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Endings and new beginnings. This is awesome. It's a cycle. Ending one cycle, beginning another. Why are you going through this? Five of Wands. Okay, there's some conflict going on there. How to work with this energy. Ace of Swords, speaking your truth, cutting through the nonsense. What to let go of this month? Two of Wands. How to let go? Judgment. Alrighty, let's get into it. All right, Wheel of Fortune, main energy you're dealing with this month. Wheel of Fortune is just that. It's cycles. Okay, things, everything in life goes through cycles, okay? And I feel like you guys you've been caught up in the same old, okay? Where it's like this never-ending cycle, and you are ready to be done with this, I hate to say vicious cycle, but that's what it feels like. Just the same thing, you keep going around and around. And the reason why it's time to take a look at this cycle that you've been in is here we have the Five of Wands, which can symbolize inner turmoil. It can be, turmoil with others, whether it's people that you are having conflict with at work, at home. It can be your loved ones. It can be just something within yourself where you just, you're feeling torn and conflicted about something. How to work with this energy? Well, the Ace of Swords, and aces are all about new beginnings, and the Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning where you start speaking up. You start speaking your truth. You start cutting through the BS, so to speak, and say what's on your mind. Say what it is that's bothering you. What is it that you're conflicted about? And if you're not conflicted within yourself, who is it that you are having these issues with? What is this cycle about? Because it's time to end it. And it's going to end. It's definitely going to end, because something is going to force your hand to where it's time to speak up. It's time to say what needs to be said. In the position of what to let go of, you have the Two of Wands, which is making a decision, deciding what you're going to do, and then taking action on it. So it's time to, if you've been sitting back and allowing this cycle to go on and on and on and on, it's time to choose a path. It's time to take action, Gemini. And the way to do this is, here we have the Judgment card. And Judgment is all about letting go of what no longer serves you. Letting go of judgment. No longer holding on to grudges. no longer holding on to whatever this is that's got you feeling this way. Because it's like you just can't seem to get out of this loop. That's what I'm feeling. And as I look at this here on the wheel, you know, just going round and round, I get that same sense as I'm looking at these people going round and round. Nothing ever gets resolved. And then here on the swords, we have the circle again. So it's like a cycle. And I'm seeing the birds, you know, just kind of going around. And it's time to cut through this. Cut through all that crap. Make a decision. Choose a path. And start walking the walk. All right? Let go of whatever is going on here. Now, many times wands represents work situations, but this can have to do with any situation. You know, how is this resonating? What has been going on in your life, Gemini, that just, it's like, you know, here we go again. And maybe you haven't been speaking up like you should. Maybe you've just been kind of going along with it for the sake of what everybody else wants, but it seems like, you know, what everybody else wants now isn't, you know, falling in line anymore. It's causing turbulence and, you know, problems either with everybody around you, or it's just to the point where you just can't deal with this anymore because it's time. You have to let go of sitting back and not doing anything about it anymore. You have to let go of whatever it is. Now for some of you, this could be a situation where, you know what? I'm done being in a situation that I no longer want to be in anymore, and it's time to speak up. It's time to choose a path. I'm not going to hold any grudges against anybody, but I'm just going to I'm going to walk. Okay? For some of you. Okay? Although, now when I say walk, that doesn't necessarily mean you're walking away. You're just no longer going to be in this cycle. Okay? For others of you, if this is a work situation, relationship situation, regardless of the situation, you're going to start speaking up because you just can't deal with it anymore. And that's really what I'm getting here. Is just that feeling of, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It's time to, you know, decide where I'm going from here. Okay, and as I add up all these numbers, we get the number 38. 3 and 8 is 11. And 11 is a master number, okay? But when you reduce the number 11, you reduce it to the number 2, and it's all about balance, okay? So if there's been a lot of turmoil and you've been keeping your mouth shut for the sake of, okay, I just want to keep things calm, then it's time to, here we go, the number 2, pick a lane, decide which path, okay, you're going to go with, and start walking in that direction. And I do feel like for many of you, it is an inner turmoil of not knowing, you know, you want to go a certain way, but I feel like you're afraid to go a certain way. You're kind of afraid to speak up. But this month, you're going to. You're going to need to. Because if you don't, this is continue. Because this is the why you're dealing with this. You're stuck in a cycle that just, you know, keeps happening over and over again. And until you break that cycle by speaking up and choosing to walk away, so to speak, of this cycle, it's just going to continue. And there's time to get some balance here. It can't always be everybody else's way. Okay, you have to speak up for what's right for you too. Now let's see what we have. Let's get you an oracle card here, Gemini. What are you guys in this month? What cycle just keeps going round and round for you guys? It's, you know, but it's going to break this month, though, Gemini. It is. I mean, don't fret, because you are going to get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to, you know, speak my truth, and I'm ready to start doing something about it. I'm not going to be mad about it, you know. I'm just going to do what I need to do. Or if you have been holding grudges and you have been in that vicious cycle of just holding on to it, you may finally decide, no, I'm not going to hold any more grudges. I'm not going to be angry about this situation. Either way, you are tired of feeling stuck in this wheel, and you're going to say what needs to be said, and you're going to finally decide to choose a path. And it's going to be, you know, for your higher self, because that's also what judgment is. It's also about going with what is for your, you know, just what's best for you overall, and for what's best for everybody else involved on a higher level. Okay? Let's see. What do we have for Gemini? All right, Gemini. Nurture yourself. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. Okay, here we go. If this wheel is all about you holding on to this inner turmoil because you have not been speaking up, that's not taking care of yourself. That's not being authentic to you. All right? So this month, it's time to start taking care of you. What's good for you? What's in your best interest? Doesn't mean that you have to continue being angry about it. But you have to start looking at what's good for you. All right? As a sensitive person, you may get caught up in dreams or worries. Hello, worries right there. This places your attention on the future, so you may forget to take care of yourself right now. That's why you received this card, as a reminder of the importance of self-care. If you could snap your fingers and instantly have enough time and money to nurture yourself, what would you do? What's the first thing that comes to mind? These are answers from your body, which is asking you for care. While you may not be able to do exactly what you envision, you could definitely approximate it, no matter what your schedule or financial budget is like. And by nurturing yourself consistently, you will receive many rewards in return. So that's what, you know, this month is going to be about for many of you, is whatever this vicious cycle you have been in, whether it's been, you know, holding on to whatever this inner struggle is, if it's, you know, doing, you know, for someone or a group of others, and not taking care of yourself, not speaking up, not taking the actions that you need to take for yourself, well, guess what? It's going to happen this month. All right? Because you're going to feel it to the point where you're going to know it's just time. And you know what I'm talking about, Gemini. For those this resonates for, this is already going on. This is not going to be new, but it's going to come to a head in January, to where you're just going to feel like, I have to say something because I just can't deal with this anymore. And it will be time to take care of yourself. And that's not selfish, Gemini. That's not selfish. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And that's not fair to you. And the worse this is going to feel. So it's time for some balance, Gemini, and taking a look at what you need to do to start nurturing yourself. Because I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of nurturing for others, but it's time for you to start nurturing yourself. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Gemini. I wish you guys a happy January. I can't wait to see what comes up for February for you guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.